Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you, well, about a nightmare that I had. Well, it wasn't really a nightmare, it was just a crazy dream, and I didn't know how to make sense of it. It was just really, really crazy. So, well, my dream starts out, and I guess I'm getting off work, and I shut my car door, and I just stand there, and I'm standing outside, and I'm just standing there, and then all of a sudden, like, my phone just started like vibrating, and it was crazy because I didn't know the caller ID or the number, so I just let it vibrate. So then I went in and I went inside, and well, it seemed like my dad had been sick all day that day, coughing and everything. And my sister, well, she was writing. It's her favorite thing to do. And it was just really weird. She's sitting there with one of those like quill feather pens and writing and her little story. But it was like a more modern pen. It was like a pen, but it had like the quill feather, and she was just sitting there writing, and I I didn't pay much attention about it. And well, then she like put her cap on there, and it was just like really. I could like hear everything in the house. It was like super weird. Well, I was like laying there in bed, and then all of a sudden I get woke up by noises outside. It was just really weird because like it was like someone like, if you've ever seen in a movie like someone trying to like rally up a crowd and everything. Well, that's pretty much what it was like. It was like he was getting these people ready for a battle, and I then heard like a fight broke out or something. I was like still, it was dark outside still. It was in the morning, and it was just crazy. It was like a wild battle going on. And they were just like fighting and everything. Well, it seems like they moved the battle, and a few guys were like passing and everything. And it was like, it seemed like 5 minutes of just peace and quiet. And then someone was like knocking on the front door. I was like freaking out, my heart was jumping, a crowd of people like wearing ski masks and everything like ran by, and then all of a sudden there's this knock on the door. It's like really crazy. And my little baby brother was like started crying, and so my mom got up and was taking care of him. Um, and well, I went downstairs to peek out the little thing in the door. I don't know what to call it. To see who was at the door. I couldn't see anything. So I went upstairs and I looked out the window. There's a guy there, and I asked him what he wanted. He said his back was hurting, he needed some help. And so we called 911, and we told him that there was a 70-year-old, 75-year-old guy out there in our yard, and told him where we lived, and man, I can only imagine what that was like, getting that call in.
912 ambulance, 75-year-old male, back pain. It's 211 Silver Hollow Road, between Lane Road and Cross Patch Road. Repeating, 75-year-old male, back pain. It's 211 Silver Hollow Road, between Lane Road and Cross Patch Road. 0933 5632.
And just after hearing that, if I was the cop, probably having a jelly donut or something, like putting it back in the box and like putting it on the dash. And it wasn't, too long before we heard the police sirens and everything coming up and everything. And then the ambulance was here picking the guy up and took him off. Well, after that whole ordeal, family went back to bed. My mom finally got my little brother, which I don't even have a little brother. I'm the youngest, so it was all crazy and everything. But she finally got my little brother in the dream to go back to sleep, and we all went back to bed and everything. And we heard, like small crashes, like maybe my sister was falling out of her bed again and like was knocking stuff off or something like that. I don't know. Well, my dad kind of freaked out. I freaked out. Well, we called 911 again because we thought maybe someone was trying to break in our house. So we called the police. Well, they didn't pick up. Well, they busy, I guess, with all the riots and everything, and we just hung up. Well, they called back. We just told them what happened. They came out and had checked it out, and it was all good. And it was just weird. Well, we could hear the crowd, the weird crowd again, and it was just like it was really, really weird, because then all of a sudden, like, we heard gunshots and all that, and it was just really, like, loud gunshots. They, like, made them all quiet. They were still running, but they weren't, like, being loud and everything. They were trying to be quiet, run away, and, well, I just heard a gunshot, and then, like, the window in our car had been shot, and it was really weird. This one guy was shooting at our car, and I remember from all the loud shooting having like a small ring in my ear, and so it was just really weird. We all got up out of bed since the firing and shooting and riots and all that, and we all jumped out of bed, and we just started running in the way that the crowd was running, and it was just really weird. I remember running really, really fast, and I was breathing hard, kind of just like after you've been running so long, you get like this uncontrolled breathing, and that's pretty much what was going on. Well, I finally came to a stop, and caught my breath and everything. Well, I realized that there was a guy who was over there, and he was giving away his guns. And I was wondering, why in the world would this guy give away his guns? Well, I went up and got a handgun from him. I was checking it. I put a fresh mag in. I was like making sure it's all working properly. I put it in. Put the mag in, reload, make sure something would pop out. I didn't fire it. So I was thinking, I'm good to go. well, took off running because, you know, the firing was coming pretty close. Well, a guy with a gun who had got one from the same guy I did, he had like a truck full load of guns. We were wondering why in the world would the guy be giving away guns. Well, we were running, we scared each other. Well, I went to shoot him. I cocked my gun back, and nothing. So that meant that he took the firing pin out of the gun. So I had I had a gun full of ammo that didn't have a firing pin in it, and it just scared me to death. And then finally I like woke up, and then I realized that it was one big crazy dream. So yeah, I know that I had no purpose of really just telling you guys. Just wanted to tell you all a crazy dream that I had, and well, that was it right there. It was just a crazy dream. So yeah.